All right, so here I am for another rambling with Ryan, and I hate to tell you this, but I really, really am rambling today. But sometimes the universe just speaks to me. I don't know why, and I feel compelled to share. Um, you define universe. My universe is spelled with three letters, but the universe speaks to us sometimes. And rambling with Ryan is sometimes the universe makes me do this. Here's my message. Are dogs more human than humans? That's ridiculous, right? But I hope that by the time this ramble is over, I'll have made a point and you may agree that dogs are frequently more human than humans. All right, here's my point. Now, I have the deep privilege of having spent the last 30 years of my life um, recording the happiest moments in people's lives, right? I've been at weddings for over 30 years, but 30 years professionally, I this is what I do. I've been going to weddings. And at weddings, everybody's so happy. But one of my favorite things, and it took me a long, long time to realize what it was that was occurring that made me smile so big and made my soul feel so warm. And I hope you can all relate to this. But when people who have not seen each other for a long, long time see each other, and now again, this is weddings, so people are invited from all walks of life and they're brought back together because of a union, because of this happy moment, because of this event, this wedding. But the moment that people who love each other, even just know each other, see each other, there is magic. It occurs. Now, I'm professionally trained to observe this stuff, right? So I have always looked for those moments. There's two times that it occurs when people see each other at a church or at a cocktail hour. Those are typically when people see each other for the first times, and depending on your faith, when that moment might occur. But I have enjoyed seeing that for so long. That magic of when people see each other, their eyes light up, their heart comes out. It's obvious how these people feel for each other, even if they haven't seen each other in months, years, or decades. I don't know, but it's magic. That's very human. It's a very human thing when people feel that way. And I hope every single one of you listening have that feeling that happens to you. All right, now here's what has been troubling me. If you're watching the news, any channel, doesn't matter. If you watch the news, if you scroll your Facebook feed, and I guess it is in fact Facebook that's bothering me the most because it's so easy to just type. It's just so easy to just do that and spew. I see two different things happening, and sometimes from the exact same people. So there is that human part. People share such wonderful things, but literally an hour later, they spew venom. Very often it's politics, which of course is, you know, we become more and more and more polarized. And I think that the availability of media makes it that much worse. We hear and see so much more than ever before, and that causes us to be polarized. But I also think that it dehumanizes us, that there's such anger and venom, and it's so easily put out there that that human side of us gets desensitized, that we end up picking sides of everything. Everything that exists, you're for or against, you're pro or you're con. And there's no in between. There's no human, there's no gray. It's just it's you're with me or you're against me. It's like that's what it seems to be. That troubles me and it bothers me and I see it every day, especially when it's the same people, right? How can you have this humanity in one breath be so human, but on the next breath, lack humanity. I don't even think you think about it when some of the things that we say. Now, I have recently been inspired by so many people. Some of my friends on Facebook, some of my friends from high school, some of my personal friends that I see frequently inspire me both on Facebook and in real life. But I seek that now. I look for that inspiration. I look for that humanity, and I try to celebrate it. I don't know how many people have ever heard of Prince EA, literally E, letter A. After the turmoil and tragedy of Ferguson, there was a video of him just walking on the street, and somebody came up to him with, I'm assuming, their phone, and recorded him talking about what was going on in the streets of Ferguson. And it was so human. In the middle of this chaos, there he was speaking with such humanity, and it was beautiful. I have since followed him. I have chatted with him, and he's just a person, no training. He's not clergy. He's just a really, really super human being. Look him up, Prince EA. There are so many, clergy. Again, religion is not relevant, but the people who are trained in humanity, and there are just so many of them. And if you seek them on Facebook, your reality will change. The message that they bring to us, and you can look at it every day, can change you. You know what? Then it doesn't matter what Donald Trump pissed you off today, or Obama pissed you off last year. It just doesn't matter, right? What did Billy Joel say? We didn't start the fire. There's always been fire. There's always stuff going on. So why are you letting it eat at you? And I'm not saying be silent and don't protest the wrong thing or let people walk over you. That's not what I'm saying. But when you let it eat you alive and you're right, they're wrong, it tears us all apart. Now, how does this lead me to dogs? I don't own dogs, never have. I have a lot of friends who own dogs. So my Facebook feed is very often filled with dog videos and dog photos. And they're adorable, right? You can't help it. They're the cutest things, especially puppies. They're just the cutest things. But you know what? Dogs never care what's on the news. They don't even know what your political opinion is. They're just so happy to see you. They're so happy to see you. They don't care. They just want to be pet. They just want to be played with. They just want to be adored. They just want to adore you. Are dogs more human than humans? Can we learn from them? Now, if you think that this Rambling with Ryan is about you, and I'm talking about you, you're probably wrong. And if you think I'm not talking about you, you're probably wrong. Please think of what makes your heart swell, what makes your soul brighter, and think that every day and share that every day. Every time you post something or you share something or you see something on the news, before you go ahead and spew venom, what's your desired result? Are you just trying to tick somebody else off or just try to make somebody else wrong so that you feel right? Or are you spreading goodness? Are you being like a puppy? Are you happy to see people? Yeah, I'm rambling. I'm cutting it off now. Um, but think of the time that you saw somebody you hadn't seen in a long time, and how happy were you? That moment and that feeling, try to have that every day, every moment, especially in our social media feeds. Rambling with Ryan. I know this was a ramble, but the universe spoke to me.